Welcome back to Listen, I Have an Idea. My name is Heidi, and you guys, we are 2 weeks officially into NaNoWriMo 2024. It is the 14th day. I am considering today day 1 of my home stretch. I have less than 15,000 words to write to get to that 50,000. I have the next couple of days off, so I'm going to try to get as much done in these next couple of days as possible. Today, though, we're going to be doing something fun, something different. I've never actually done this before on the channel in terms of a writing challenge. This past Tuesday, the 12th, a novella series came out. It's the Under the Mistletoe series. There are 5 books in the series. Ali Hazelwood, Tessa Bailey, Olivia Dade, Alexandria Bellefleur, and Alexis Daria all have written books that are under 100 pages each. And I really, really want to read them. In order to challenge myself to not only read these books, I'm going to set each book as an incentive for my writing. How is this going to work, you ask? I'm going to read each novella, and after each one, I am going to be doing a 30-minute sprint where I attempt to write over 1,000 words. So 5 books, meaning 5,000 words written. I don't know how long this is going to take me. It's probably going to take me all day, but I'm super excited to do so. Without further ado, we're jumping into the first book called Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood. And after that, we are going to be doing our first writing sprint. Today's drink of the day, I have my final Starbucks mug. This is my Washington State mug. As you can see, Starbucks, it is beautiful. It has this speckly design on it. I've showed it off before. The little moon is in gold. All right, let's get on to the reading and then get on to the writing. This is going to be fun. All right, book 1, Cruel Winter with You, is done. It took me a little over an hour to read it. It was super cute, very, not really Christmassy, kind of wintry, but adorable. Lizzie is loving the extra attention today. All right, first book. Yeah, she's like, no, this is boring. I don't want to snuggle with you. Anyways, now it is on to the writing for the day, the first writing sprint. And I think I'm actually going to do some time sprint today. So let's start. It hurts to reset this at the beginning of the writing sprint, but there we go. The goal today is to get to 40,000 words. I'm currently working in the Stardust 5. This is what I pasted in yesterday, but I'm going to be working on New Idea today. So now. The writing sprint is up. 30 minutes is done. It is 2:13. Wow, 1,631. And that was only 30 minutes. That is an awesome sprint. Okay, today I know that as soon as we update the words on the NaNoWriMo website, we're not only going to hit the 14 badge, but obviously we'll have our daily update. I think what I want to do is I'm just going to hold off until the very end of the day and add all the words together. That way I don't have to bother about doing the math each and every time in between. Now it is time for book number 2, Tessa Bailey's Merry Ever After. The heated blanket for the Liz, and she is loving it. Aren't you, Liz? Yes, she is. You tell the people, we finished another book, and it is time to start the next writing sprint. You can just sleep and relax while I get to work. All right, Merry Ever After by Tessa Bailey was super cute. I really enjoyed the grilled cheese scene. There's a scene in one of her other books, It Happened One Summer, which I have on my shelf right there, where they're in a dressing room, and this book starts off where the main love interest is in a dressing room. So I kind of like that tie-in. It definitely felt like one of her books, and it read really quickly. And the first book this morning, Ali Hazelwood, also very much read like an Ali Hazelwood book. I really enjoyed the fact that since it's such a short novella, she did all of her flashbacks in like one particular chapter and then moved right on, and we got to get to the present. It is now 3:12. I am ready to jump into the next writing sprint. We're going to do another, should I do another half an hour? I think this time I want to do 25 minutes, and then we will come back and read the 3rd book by Olivia Dade. Done. The 25-minute timer, it's going off. There we go. 3:38. Let's see. I did write quite a bit. Oh, we're at 3,000. Okay, so that was about 1,400 words, give or take, for that writing sprint. Not bad. Okay, since it's 3:38, that means it is time for the next book, the one by Olivia Dade. I am feeling really good about what I just wrote. It's a continuation of the murder mystery. This is chapter 19, and this is when things start to go down. This is where all of the webs that I've weaved are finally coming together. We're piecing things. We're getting that missing piece of the puzzle that we've needed all along, and it's connecting previous chapters back together. I had no idea that this is where I intended on going for this particular novel, but I'm really surprised that it's actually working. So this one was a bigger chapter to try to describe because I have to explain the backstory. So my future self, when I'm actually writing this book, will know what happens. I'm not done it yet, even though that was all of the words that I wrote for that sprint. So we'll see after I read the next novella how we finish up with this chapter. Not even 4 o'clock yet, and it is already so dark out. Those clouds, while they look bright, they're just dragging the whole day down. There's a few zinnias left in my garden, so I think I might cut a couple and make a tiny little bouquet. We'll see how long they have left. I think they'll do. This is it for the zinnias. It is very late in the year, but I'm glad that I had a couple that I could pick from the garden. I do have some hydrangeas, so let's go pick some of those. And I think I'm also gonna cut a bunch of my pineapple sage because it smells like pineapples, and I'm just loving the greenery for it. So I think it'd be cute in my little bouquet. Hydrangea did really well this year. As you can see, they are beautiful burgundy color right now. So I'm gonna trim just a few of them. I do think my flower arranging skills leaves much to be desired because there's not too much green in it. But you know what? For this late November, for the flower arrangement, I think it turned out really pretty. Somebody woke up from their nap and wanted to sniff the flowers from the garden. It is now 5 o'clock. I have finished the third book, All by My Elf by Olivia Dade. The premise was so weird in that one. Luckily, it was only 50 or something pages. So now we can move on. I have my beautiful little flower arrangement here that is now on my desk beside me. Since it is 5 o'clock, I'm going to do my 25-minute sprint, and then I'm going to have some supper and then pick right back up with book number 4. That is the noise I was ready to hear. 25 minutes have passed. It is 5:28. The flowers are looking beautiful. And we have made it to 4,422 words. So again, another writing sprint, 1,400 words done. I'm feeling really great about it. We moved on to chapter 20, and we're getting into more of the suspenseful scenes. It's been a blast to write. Part of this being a young adult novel is I don't want there to be a lot of high, tense, scary scenes. Even though this is a murder mystery, it's not meant to be like a scary murder mystery. It's meant to be a light-hearted one. And so that is where these chapters are coming in, where we're getting to all these grand reveals where the bad stuff would happen. And it's not really bad, it's just a misunderstanding. I won't explain to you more than that because I want to keep it a little bit of a surprise until I actually write it and figure everything out. So far though, everything is coming along with this chapter. The last sentence that I wrote of the sprint is literally, he doesn't realize it, but, and I should probably add the ... Okay, there we go. I added it. So now I get to figure that out after I read the 4th book in the series. Right now, I will be going to have some supper and then continuing on in my quest. We have 2 more books to read and 2 more sprints left to do for the day. Since we're almost at 5,000, I can safely say that we'll probably get to over 6,000 words just today. It is 6:30. I have now finished the 4th book in the series. It was okay. It wasn't anything special to write home about. I feel like that would have been a really good book if it was an actual full length and not just a novella. The side characters, secondary characters were really well developed and I wanted to read more of them. Oh well, that one's done. Since it's 6:30, I have the sprint left to go. Should we do 25 minutes? I feel like 20 minutes would be ideal for this one because Taylor Swift takes the stage in Toronto in an hour and a half and I need to be watching the Granny live streams. So you know what? Yes, let's do it. Let's do a 20-minute sprint, see how many words we can get. All right, that is our 20-minute sprint. We finished at 6:51 and oh my gosh, you guys, this chapter went so much better than I thought it was going to. We have now hit our 5,000 words. I'm doing so well. Not only that, but that brought us over 40,000 for this sprint. We're getting so close. We moved on to chapter 21. I did finish up the backstory in chapter 20, and this is where all of the action happens. And then about halfway through plotting out this chapter, I had the most incredible idea for a twist that I did not see coming. It literally was a twist to me as I thought of the idea. And I think it's gonna work so well for the end of this chapter. Not only that, but eventually, I don't know if I'm gonna wanna make this into a series. It may just be a one-off, but it opens up the possibility where I could make it into a series. That being said, the story though isn't finished being plotted, so I could just wrap it all up in the really nice way in the next like 2, 3, maybe 4 chapters and be done with it. But that was so great. Let's read the next book. Let's try to get that last sprint done before 8 o'clock. I don't think it's going to happen, but you know what? We could try. Probably haven't told you, but I've been reading all of the books on my phone this entire time. Here they all are on my phone. We have the first one, the second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then not only that, but on the 12th, another book came out that I've been wanting to read since I heard of the plot about it on TikTok months ago. And that is Puck and Prejudice by Leah Riley. It's that one up at the top there. I'm so excited to read that one eventually. Once I finish my 50,000 words, maybe I'll read it on the plane to my destination. It's essentially a Canadian hockey player that gets sent back in time to the Pride and Prejudice Regency, and in order to be able to get back home, he has to like force himself to fall in love with one of the girls there. That's at least what I remember from the book talk review, but I cannot wait to read it. All right, so this last one, we are reading Only Santa's in the Building by Alexis Daria. I'm on chapter 1. Let's go. 8:49 now. The last book is done. That was Only Santa's in the Building by Alexis Daria. It was cute, not gonna lie. It was adorable. Was it my favorite in the series? Probably not, but it was probably in the top 3, so not bad. All right, as you saw, it's now almost 8:50. I guess I read that 8:49 backwards earlier. And I have my last writing sprint of the day to go. I will update you. Taylor Swift currently is on the stage. She's currently singing All Too Well, 10-minute version. Let's get this last writing sprint done. The goal I want to set for myself is at least 6,000, not words. We're currently at 5,376 words. Let's get to 6,000 words altogether. I think for this sprint, since we are so close to 8:50, I'm just going to do a 10-minute sprint. I do think that I can get 700 or just under 700 words done in the 10 minutes. So we shall see. Let's get this last sprint done though. It is now 9:12 p.m. and I have hit not only 6,000 words, but 42,000. You guys, we are now officially 8,000 away from completing NaNoWriMo 2024. We wrote 6,386 words. Feeling great about it. And there we go. This is officially our biggest word day that we've had all year. And I love that spike. It looks so good. I am feeling so good about today's words. Not only did we write over 6,000 words, but we also read 5 novellas today. The entire Under the Mistletoe series by a bunch of different authors, and I had a great time reading them. If you are concerned about them being full-size books, please let me reiterate, they were under 100 pages each. Today's question is gonna be a good one. Have you guys read any books so far this November? Or do you plan on reading any books during a writing challenge month? I wasn't anticipating it. That's a lie. I totally was anticipating reading these books at some point during this month. I just thought it was going to be much later. Realizing though that they were so short just made it so much easier and nicer to read it. And I think later tonight I'm going to start Puck and Prejudice. Yeah, I will. That's my plan for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow with another writing vlog. Until then, happy writing. Bye. And this is where Lizzie has been for the last 25 minutes. I wrapped her up even more in the little heated blanket. Oh, that's a big stretch. And she's just been sleeping and enjoying it. My little reading buddy.